tonight for his legendary career flying through the air on two wheels, the Canadian beast, Jay Miron.
BMX riders of all time would develop his skills, chances are it wouldn't include a northern Canadian community with short summers and long winters. It was exactly that type of environment, however, that produced BMX legend Jay Miron. Growing up like most kids did during the 70s in Thunder Bay, Jay spent his time playing hockey and soccer and riding around on his bike. But the difference was that he was just not riding his bike. He was flying with it, whether it was jumping into the water at Boulevard Lake, competing in races at the dirt track off John Street, or honing his skills on homemade ramps. All of it helped him develop into one of Canada's best ever BMX riders. By the mid-1980s, his incredible trick-making abilities were becoming well known. During a demonstration at Hazelwood Lake, his talents caught the eye of a reporter who featured a picture of him in the paper. Around the same time, he won his first freestyle competition. This newfound success and notoriety encouraged him to consider a career in the sport of BMX, setting the wheels in motion for what would truly become a legendary career that would span 3 decades. Upon graduation from high school in 1989, he packed up his bike and headed west to where there were more opportunities to pursue his BMX career, competing in all disciplines of the sport, including vertical, dirt, street, flatland, and park. In no time at all, his talents were being recognized. In 1990, he signed with his first bike company and was starting to appear on the covers of such magazines as BMX Plus, riding with Wilkerson Airlines, Bully, and GT at the start of his career. He settled in with Hoffman Bikes in 1992. With his fame on the rise, he joined the Schwinn team in 1995, and for the next 5 years helped create their freestyle program. Becoming known as the Canadian Beast, he proudly represented Canada at competitions around the world, claiming 6 world titles. In 1995, at the first ever Extreme Games, now known as the X Games, he made history by winning the first ever gold in the event's dirt competition.
Rise to win. He has shown a little bit of everything so far. I believe that all Jay has to do is land this jump safely and not do this thing. He hasn't touched yet. So what do you say, Hero? 361. Victory with
Competing in the X Games between 1995 and 2005, he accumulated a total of 9 X Games medals. With the popularity of BMX on the rise, it wasn't long before he was becoming a household name, even having his own action figure created. Known as an innovator and trailblazer in this sport, he's credited with inventing over 30 tricks, including the double backflip and 540 tail whip. Some of his most famous moves included his double bar spins, boomerang airs, and double back whips. All throughout his career, Jay didn't just compete as a professional BMX athlete, he also contributed greatly to the growth of the sport through his innovative building activities. In the late 90s, he started Canada's first BMX mail-order company known as 10-Pack Distributions and a magazine called Chase BMX. In 2000, he founded the McNeil Bike Company, followed by Metro Events, which ran and sponsored events such as the Metro Jam, all of which helped to introduce thousands of people to the sport. Having been involved in the world of BMX for the past 30 years as an athlete, builder, innovator, and promoter, it's no surprise he's been described as one of the most recognized and influential BMX riders of all time. Most recently, he was named a founding member of the Canadian Cycling Association Advisory Council. And in 2004, when Ride BMX magazine asked riders and members of the BMX industry to name the top 5 legends in the sport, included on that list was none other than the Canadian Beast himself, Thunder Bay's own Jay Miron.
In addition to Jay's very proud mom, Jean, and his sister, Cheryl, there are a number of Jay's family here tonight, some of whom have made a special trip from out of town to be here for his induction. We're also very pleased that Jay made the trip from Vancouver to be here tonight. And and we do have a message for Jay. Congrats on being inducted into the Northwestern Ontario Sports Hall of Fame. All the hard work, training, injuries, and traveling in order to become a champion. No one but you will ever be able to fully appreciate it. It's been an honor to be at your side along this ride. Wish I could have been with you here tonight. So proud of you. Congrats. Your brother from another mother, Chris Miron.
That was really cool. I'm going to do things a little differently tonight. Actually going to start with the apologies. First of all, I'd like to apologize to the City of Thunder Bay for pretty much every year throughout the 1980s when all of the employees would take the hockey boards down at the end of the outdoor hockey season. At about 5 minutes after 5, my friends and I would steal all the boards and stack them up into BMX jumps and pretty much make an extra day's work for them. After a few years, they realized that they were all gone in one day. Sorry for the extra work. I'd also like to apologize to the Thunder Bay Police Force for making them kick me out of pretty much every schoolyard and parking lot in the city 4 times or 5 times maybe. Next, I'd like to apologize to my old high school principal who's here tonight, Gary Sissons, because he had to kick me out of my own high school one time. And I guess lastly, I'll apologize to all of you because there are a lot of Mirons here tonight and you never know what's going to happen. And now the thank yous. Big thanks to my mom first and foremost for being an inspiration for me and a guide and putting up with me and always supporting me. Thank you so much, Mom. Mike Miron for being my hero when I was a little kid and for building a ramp for me and for bringing me on my first BMX trip. That was pretty amazing. I'd like to thank Corey Wesley and Aaron Armstrong for getting this ball rolling. I know I was in a sport that was pretty popular down in the States and other places, but didn't air that much in Canada. And it's truly an honor to have them get it going and put me in here tonight. I'd love to thank the people from the Northwestern Ontario Sports Hall of Fame. Again, it wasn't hockey or curling or skiing or anything, it was BMX, and I know they had to search pretty hard to find some of that footage, and that was really cool that you guys found that. I know it wasn't easy and I didn't help too much. I guess next, I'd like to thank the City of Thunder Bay. I went down to the Marina Waterfront skate park today, and I'm happy to say that it's Jay Miron approved. You guys built a world-class park here, and I think that's really cool for you guys. You guys did your homework. And yeah, I couldn't think of a better place to grow up. Thunder Bay rocks.